Hey, Maria, how are things today? Okay, so today we're going to be exploring another thing that affects how fast chemical reactions take place. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, pizza involves a chemical reaction. So when the yeast reacts with the sugar, either in the yeast raising process or in the bread itself, one of the byproducts is carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is a gas which causes your pizza to rise and to be fluffy, not hard, right? So to get a full reaction, the yeast needs to mix in the right proportion with the sugar to create a balanced reaction. Remember, a balanced reaction is where the volume of the reactants, the elements in the reactants, match the volume of the elements in the resulting compounds. So at our house, we make homemade pizza. Does it matter what type of bowl we use to cause the yeast to rise and to create this balanced reaction? Ah, well, for us, what works is to put the yeast in a medium bowl with a cup of water and a teaspoon of sugar. And the bowl is wide enough so that it allows the yeast to spread on top of the water. It doesn't sink, it spreads on top of the water because it's light. And then all the yeast comes in contact with all the sugar that's dissolved into the water. So by having enough surface area, the reactants are close enough to the elements in the um, compound to react to each other. So surface area is another important factor in many equations to create this balanced reaction. So, by the way, one of the other things that comes out of this reaction in in combining yeast with sugar is something known as alcohol. So you can see here in this simple slide, when you mix sugar and yeast, one of the products or the resulting compounds is carbon dioxide, and the other is alcohol. So there's many different types of alcohol, and it kind of depends on the proportion as to what you get out of it. But this process is called fermentation, and most people think of fermentation when they think about adult beverages, because most adult beverages have alcohol in them. So even though most people associate fermentation with beer and wine and spirits, it's also very important in pizza and bread and pretty much anything else that involves um, some sort of a sugar reaction. So it all depends on surface area between the reactants so that you get that balanced reaction and you get the most out of your equation.